fairly unprepossessing looking thing is actually a bairn's game. In the 19th century and centuries before that, of course, all toys were homemade, and a lot of play was emulative of what the bairns saw every day. So they would typically play, say, with fish bones and seashells if they were playing farms. So smaller shells like a winkle shell would be a hen, and a bigger bone, say for example the skull of a ling. People were eating ling probably every week. That might be a cow when they're playing outdoors. So a lot of the play is imitative in that way. Other things, on the other hand, are more traditional games that make about a spectacle. So, for example, one thing that the bairns used to like doing was to get the stalk of a kale plant. Winter time, when it's a bit old and decrepit, I suppose, when the leaves have been cut off and eaten by the people or fed to the sheep, they pull up the kale stalk, cut off the end, and an old one will be rotted through the middle, and then you can get a glowing or ideally just smoking ember from the fire, a peat, and bung this peat in the end of the kale stalk, and then the other end you blow through it and it makes huge clouds of smoke. And this thing, unsurprisingly, was called the Reekie gun, and it was a great way to make yourself unpopular. If people are maybe sitting in the house trying to do something and you're outside and you get your Reekie gun at the ready and you come into the butt end here and you give full blow to the Reekie gun, and it fills the house full of reek, and by the time that people have got up off their chair to chase you away, you're probably off into the next house letting loose with the Reekie gun. This is one of the toys from that category, what you might call a toy of spectacle, one of these things that makes noise. This particular thing is called a Snori Ben. Now, snore in Shetland meant like a roaring noise. It's not snore like sleeping. Snore could be like a very loud wind, could be a snoring wind. Ben was the Shetland name for a bone, and the Snori Ben was always made from a particular bone in a pig's foot, in a pig's trotter. So it's the bit above where the cleft bit of its foot was, what we call the cliv. Above that is this bone here, and it's got a bit of double twine set into a notch on the bone here. And what the bairns used to do was to put their finger in the loop like that and give it a few turns like that, or as many turns as you want, really, like so. Hopefully this will work. Usually things done for camera don't work. I'll try it, see if it works. That's the Snori Ben.